Hello and welcome to FXone, spreadsheet trading, as easy as it gets. This video will provide an overview of the FXone trading platform and demonstrate its key functionality. First though, what is FXone and who is it intended for? Well, FXone is a multi-patent pending, full-featured, institutional quality trading platform. It was developed by industry veterans that designed and developed award-winning, large-scale automated trading systems for some of the largest hedge funds and investment banks in the world. FXone is an inherently multi-asset capable platform that is initially integrated into brokers that support FX and CFD trading. FXone is available for free to anyone that has a live trading account at one of our supported brokers. The primary objective of FXone is to provide a single platform that is so easy to use but so feature-rich that it is the right platform choice for you, whether you're a true beginner just getting started or an expert trader developing fully automated trading strategies, and anywhere in the middle. In order to achieve its objective, FXone completely replicates all of the key functionality of the typical broker-provided platform. And in addition to this, FXone also has all of the key functionality of the popular MetaTrader platform, but it greatly exceeds MetaTrader's capabilities and improves upon its many deficiencies. More importantly, you do not need to be a programmer to build an automated trading strategy in FXone, since only the most basic standard spreadsheet formulas are required to do so. FXone can be used for research and analysis on historical data and real-time data, including backtesting and walk-forward testing, as well as for manual click trading, semi-automated, and fully automated trading. Now let's get started. We're looking at FXone open on our screen, and of course one of the most prominent features of the platform is the embedded spreadsheet that we can see taking up the majority of the space here in the center of the platform. If we go up to where the workbook tabs are and click on Book 1, we can see a blank spreadsheet displayed in the center of the platform. And we can start from scratch here by adding content to this, such as data, charts, calculations, and trading logic, as we will show in detail later, or we can go back to the default workbook example or one of many other pre-built spreadsheet examples and use this as a starting point instead. Now, embedded spreadsheets are a key feature of the FXone platform. They provide the needed flexibility to build almost any kind of custom chart or graph that updates in real time, as well as any kind of trading indicator and fully automated trading strategy. Note that no Excel or Microsoft license is required to run FXone. One key difference between FXone and previous attempts to use spreadsheets for trading is that FXone spreadsheets are extremely performant, especially as it relates to real-time data updates and processing. For example, there's no DDE or other low-performance extra layer used for the real-time data updates, but rather the data updates are truly event-based. And this means that you can have trading strategies where trades are triggered off of the tick level bid and ask prices as they stream in real time. FXone spreadsheets, though, are virtually fully Excel compatible, with 300 plus Excel functions supported, including the analysis toolpack with advanced functions like linear regression. You can download indicator spreadsheets from the web and copy and paste the formulas into FXone and then replace the data with FXone streaming data, and it just works. Moving on now with our platform tour, on the left side of the application we can see the dealing rates panel, and we can click trade from it by either clicking on the sell or buy rate buttons, which bring up an order ticket like they do in most broker platforms, which can then be submitted for execution. And like all panels in FXone, the dealing rates panel is a docking panel that you can place wherever you like. So for instance, if we want to put it here, we can do that. Or if we want to put it back where it was, we get these options for where we can drag and drop these various panels. Click trading can also be done from the trade menu, and we can see there create market order, create entry order, stop limit net orders, simple OCO orders, complex OCO orders, and also the ability to initiate closing positions or changing an entry order if you have a row selected in the trades grid or the orders grid. Now moving down to look at the various panels that provide a view into our accounts, we can see an Accounts tab. We have a Summary tab. If we had any open positions, they would be rolled up by instrument here. An Orders tab where we could see all pending orders. In fact, if we go to the Trade menu and we do Create Entry Order, for instance, we can place an order. And we'll see that appear there in the platform. And we can also remove that order by your typical right-click functionality right from within that panel. And similarly with the Trades panel, if we go and do a market order, we'll just submit that so that we can see what it looks like. It does the trade. We can see that trade there, and again we can close the position, and we can use these other close functionalities as well. Close all positions, close all for symbol, right from the context menu on that position. And then we have the Close Trades panel where we can see all of the trades for the current day that have been opened and then closed. And the Proposed Trades panel is used for semi-automated trading. When you have a workbook that has a trading strategy built within it and you turn on semi-automated trading, when a trade is triggered, those trades will be entered here into the Proposed Trades panel where you can then review them and submit the trade or remove them and ignore the trade. And to the left of this grouping, there's another set of docking panels. The first one that we want to look at is workbooks. We can see there both book 1, that was the blank spreadsheet that we looked at earlier, as well as the default workbook FXone. And we can see that it tells us about the various states of the workbook. So here we have trading is disabled for both. We can see how many trades were done, whether or not the data in the spreadsheet is fully initialized, the minimum time that we have set between trades in the options, whether or not we have ignore consecutive trades in the same direction set to true or false, and whether or not we want confirmation when we're doing click trading. And you can change some of these options like the trading status by right-clicking and choosing fully auto, semi-auto, or disabled, or you can bring up the settings in general for that particular workbook, and it opens up to the trading settings where you can then change some of those other options, such as ignore consecutive trades, for instance, or that timer that you would like to set between trades. And so the second tab in this particular grouping is the Historical Data Retrieval tab. And this shows you each and every historical data request that has been done for any of the workbooks that you have open, showing both the symbol, the nature of the data itself, the start and end date, and of course the status, whether there was an error or not. It's really one very important facet of FXone, the fact that every time you open a workbook, all of the data is fully initialized automatically without your having to do anything, so that you never have any trades that are triggered off of erroneous or partial data. If your data request fails, you cannot enable trading for a given workbook. The third tab in this grouping is the Global Variables tab, and this is a display that shows you where in each workbook you have global variables by their name and when the last update to those global variables were. And this helps you keep track of global variables, which is a powerful feature of FXone. And in fact, these particular ones that we're looking at here are automatically generated by some of the trading functionality, as we'll take a look at in more detail in just a bit. And the next tab in this grouping is the Output tab. This is basically the console or the logging for the application that shows everything that has occurred, both in terms of operations that were performed, as well as any errors that you might need to see with respect to trading as you're trying to understand some of what happened in a given scenario. The last tab in this grouping is the Messages tab, where broker messages are displayed. Now going back to one of the tabs that has lots of columns, this is highly customizable. In fact, if you right-click, you have all sorts of functionality around sizing the columns. You can drag and drop and move the columns around however you like. And you can also bring up the options and configure exactly what columns are displayed and the order in which they're displayed as well. Go ahead up to the View menu and we'll open up the options and just take a quick look at some of the other functionality that's here. One useful part of the options is the ability to set startup workbooks. So as you begin to build strategies, whether they're dashboards that create certain analytics around your account and some of the symbols that you're following, you can also specify them for part of your startup set, in which case they'll all load every time you start the application. They will load automatically and initialize automatically and be immediately available for your use, whether that be for decision support or for trading. And then we talked a little bit about the display options. Obviously, each of those panels at the bottom has various display options. The dealing rates panel, for instance, allows you to manage your subscriptions as well as determine what you want displayed in the dealing rates panel and the order in which you want everything displayed.